Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Pseudos Crochet and More. This is your host Crystal. Today, I'm sorry today's video is a little late. My husband's out of town, so not sleeping very well right now. And plus, this eye, my right eye, has been like twitching lately. And I don't know if I'm getting sensitive to caffeine or what it is, but I did not get a lot of sleep before I had to go to work this morning. So today's video is going to be about books for keeping track of your crochet and or knit. This one is specifically for crochet. This one is for either one of them. I did get these on Amazon, and I will link them in the description below if you decide you want to try one of them out. I will start with the Yarn It Knitting and Crochet Journal. This is a hard bound book, so it's spiral, which is one thing that I really like to have if I can get it, is spiral, because it's very hard to keep a paperback book open. Hardbound not so much if it's not spiraled, but paperback is very hard. It also says write it down here. Alright, and I thought this was actually part of this, but it's not. It's just a little frame. So you open it up, it's got Yarn It, Knitting and Crochet Journal. In the rhythm of the needles, there's music for the soul. Which that could be, replaced with crochet. A hook. In the rhythm of the hook, there is music for the soul too. So, all right, and then there's another little thing from the person who designed the book, and then your first page. And this is what it looks like on the front. You got your project, the recipient, if you're gonna give it to somebody, the date that you started it, the date that you finished it, the pattern name or source, yarn used, your color, dye lot, amount, yarn notes, needles, hooks used, the gauge, and any project notes. Now, that's just not, you have more than that, because on the back of that page, you have space to write more notes about the project. So you could either write down the pattern, the instructions to the pattern, so you don't have to keep going back and forth to wherever you're getting it from, or you can write it down as you're writing a new pattern type of thing as well. And this is pretty thick. This was copywritten in 2018. They do have more books that they offer, and you can also do custom books. So if you don't want something for crochet or knitting, they do let me make sure I get this pulled over here. It's kind of hung up at the top, I think. There we go. Okay. So if you want to get a personalized book, you can reach out to them and make it custom. And their website it's on the next page here. I'll show you that. And then there's more different things. What's your stories? You can choose from 65 plus journals, and there's it's journalsunlimited.com. They do have a phone number and a local phone number or a toll-free number, so you can always reach out to them to have them design a book that you want to have for yourself or to sell, I'm sure. All right, so this one here, now what the heck is this thing just not wanting to close for me? Oh, that's weird. Didn't have that problem before. Isn't this close? Well, that's not good. I can't get the back book part to close. Let's see. Maybe. There we go. Okay, so you will have to be careful with the back of this. It doesn't really connect. So when you're in the back, getting towards the back of it, you'll have to be careful with that. So that is kind of a downside with spiral notebooks. But I also, if you didn't notice, because I didn't say anything about this when I was showing you the first page of where you can document, you can also either attach a picture of your project here or attach a yarn sample there. So if you want to make a sample of it, you can put it here, or in the next one you'll see there's other options. You don't have to put anything here if you don't want to, but this is a space that you can attach a picture. Once it's completed, you can attach yarn samples, labels. You can put like parts of a label down so you have that information as well. Okay, so this book here, let me get good old Amazon up. I should have had this prepared, but of course I don't. All right, order. Okay. Now the size of this is 7.5 inches by 9 inches. It's in the color purple. It's made in the USA. And this one is $26.95, and I do believe it's that price because it is the hardcover and it's also spiral bound. You will find that most of the books that are hardcover and or spiral bound are going to be more expensive. I thought it was a little less than that, but I was watching other ones and this was the one that I wanted to try first. So that's that one. And again, I'll put the links to these in the description box. And then the next one is my crochet journal. It's got the nice granny square on the front cover. One up here, still same hand, up here in this cover. And as you can tell, it looks like it's graph paper, right? Well, it kind of is and kind of isn't, but let's go ahead. And again, this one here is paperback. And it's got a spot for you to write down this journal belongs to when you open it up. Okay, let me get first page. Okay, so this one's a little bit different. This one's got the project made for, occasion, date started, date completed, pattern used, hooks or needle size used. So you could use this with knitting as well. Yarn brand, color / dye lots, the weight of yarn, the fiber, amount used, finished size, how difficult it was, and any notes that you have. And then this one has where you can put a picture or samples as well. And over here, kind of in the bend, you can notate if it's UK terms or US terms for the yarn weight. And then you have a page with a graph on it. So if you design your own pattern and you want to do a graph instead of the written, you can always do that on the next page. And that's how this book is set up. You get 2 pages. There's not really a whole lot of space to write any notes, but you can, I guess if you don't want to put a photo or sample here, you can put more notes in that spot. And this book was, let's see, $7.99. I thought that was a pretty good deal because you had the option, you had a little different options from the other one to write down even the yarn weight, and then if you came up with your own pattern, or if you wanted to how do I want to say, your own pattern, or write down the pattern in the graph form. So if you know how to read instructions but prefer to look at a graph, you can always do that. Just put it here. So now I have a few things coming that I'm going to show on the channel. A couple things that I'm using. I got a new camera and microphone. I'm hoping that today's video is a little bit louder, and when you watch the video it doesn't blare you away. I think I might have accidentally turned down the volume from my microphone on the camera that I'm currently using, because I had a Yeti, a Snowball Yeti, and I had something spill on my desk and it got in it, and that's what the one day I was trying to record a video and it was just like wah, 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 because it was not picking up very well, obviously. So I got a new microphone coming, a new camera coming. Hopefully it autofocuses better than the one that I've been using. This one is supposed to autofocus, but for whatever reason it's not autofocusing. So I kind of, and there's excuse me, let me get some Dr. Pepper. Best thing they ever made, Dr. Pepper. Strawberries and cream, 0 sugar. So if you're diabetic, it's okay. Maybe. Depends on what kind of sweetener you like, or replacement you like. But yeah, so I have that stuff coming. I've got a couple items to show you guys, to review. It's a little amigurumi kit that looks like it's actually pretty new on Amazon, and I got the one that was the most affordable one. Not to say that they're not all affordable, but for right now, because of the holidays and everything, I just want to make sure that I don't go overboard with all this. And I did get that actually with a gift card from work, so that I still wanted to try it. It looked like it was about the easiest one, and it's a little different than the one that I had done in the past. I don't even know where my whale's at. My narwhal. I watched Creative Grandma and Cody's live this morning, and while I was working. Hopefully nobody from work sees this. Oh well, if they do, it's okay. Because I usually have it in the background. I don't watch it, I listen while I'm working. That he got gifted some woobles, and those things are really nice. I got one of them. It was the narwhal one. It was pretty easy. They start you off with almost your first round, so they get you going, and they put a stitch marker in there so you can just pick up where you left off. The downside is that there really isn't any instructions in there. You have to watch the videos to know what you're doing. And they have come out with a lot more since I got mine, which was before my father-in-law's passing last year. So that I am still working. I am really, really hoping that tomorrow I will have that stitch tutorial for, I know this isn't, I didn't tie this off, so it might be, oh, here we go. It's right here. The sunburst pattern. Now, I'm not gonna, it's just a stitch tutorial for you guys. If you want to make what I'm making, I will give you the stitch count that I started with, and you can go as, big as you want, as small as you want. This here is just a little sample of what it could look like. Now this is a self-striping yarn that I'm using here, and it changed from like a really dark brown to, on my side it's more of like a pinkish color, but I'm seeing it's picking up more of like a tan. That is so weird. Oh, maybe not. Okay, so right here, I know it's like a pink color, but maybe to you guys it won't show up that way. I don't know. And the bottom's the dark brown. And I'm gonna do it on a little bit smaller scale for you guys, so you get the hang of it. I will consider this a more like intermediate pattern, not advanced, because it is a 4-row repeat, and you can judge on how difficult it would be. I think it's pretty easy. It's just knowing what to do on the next row after you finished the one. And my hair is just attached to this, so I don't think I'm going to make this any bigger for right now. I'll show this again before I start the tutorial, but that's going to be for the sunburst pattern this week. I may do another beginner friendly pattern, which should be the double crochet, because I did the single crochet and half double crochet, so now it's the double crochet, and then it'll be the triple treble crochet, and then I'll do a little bit more, keep getting a little bit more advanced each time, so that way, you know, I can show you guys different stitches. And some of these stitches I've never even heard of, so I have to, you know, practice them and get them down to where I feel more comfortable to show you guys. All right. Well, I know I labeled yesterday's as a Vlogmas. I'll label this one as Vlogmas Day 2. I know I'm a day behind because I should have started Sunday. I'm going to do the best I can to keep up with it. I don't know how that's going to work out, but I will do my best. And I hope you all enjoyed this video today. If you did, please give me a thumbs up. If you have any comments or suggestions, please let me know in the comment section what you thought about these two different journals, the one with the graph or the one with the extra note space, and spiral versus paperback. Which one would you prefer? All right. Well, I hope you all enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe and stay crafty. Bye-bye.